Live, it's brought to you by Arby's. 'Twas 2 nights before Christmas, and throughout Hockey Town, a regulation win could turn frowns upside down. An early Christmas present for all of the fans. Send the Sabres back to Buffalo with heads in their hands. The mission tonight against these foes, light the lamp just as if it were Rudolph's nose. To the offensive drought we shall bid adieu as Fox Sports Detroit brings the Red Wings to you. And no extra charge on your cable bill for poetry. To all of you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. To some of you, tonight, Happy Festivus. Welcome to Red Wings Live. I'm John Keating, and here is your Christmas analogy for you. You know, on Christmas morning, you put that thing together that the kids always wanted, and there's always a part left over. The part, as it turns out, that made things go. Well, maybe, just maybe, Stephen Weiss is that part for the Red Wings. He's back in the Wings lineup after missing the last 4 games with a slightly separated shoulder.
Trying to do as much as I can off the ice to stay ready, and I've had a few practices to get ready, so I feel ready.
Are you aware of your team's success rate with you in the lineup this season?
No. It hasn't been many games, so I wouldn't put too much stock into that.
Well, let's talk about that success rate. Tonight will be the 38th game that Weiss plays as a Red Wing, just his 12th game this season. Let's bring in Darren Elliott and Chris Osgood from the studio as the Red Wings Live continues. And you could make the case, guys, that Stephen Weiss is one of those guys who, at least when he's in there, makes this team go.
Well, he got it going, and will you stick with your analogy, the land of misfit toys? He emerged from there and became the extra ingredient around the net. The difference is, for Stephen Weiss, winger. He's always been a centerman. They put him on the wing, he got to the net, found the back of the net, and he was really critical to their offensive record. Maybe not exactly fair, but let's go with it anyway. Stephen Weiss, the record when he's in the lineup, every number looked better. It was really nice to see, since he had all those injuries, excellent to see him contribute, overcome, and we'll see if he can do it again.
All right, well, we got a chance to know Stephen Weiss from his days with the Florida Panthers, and when Valtteri Filppula moved away, they were looking for someone to take up that kind of ice time, to fill that kind of role. And Ozzy, it seemed that Weiss would be a perfect fit here because of a variety of injuries and just a ton of them. That hasn't been the case, but now perhaps we're seeing the real Weiss emerge here.
And Weiss was a player in Florida that year. He had a very, very good year his last year there as well. He had a tenacious little playoff run there. It was a short run, 1 series, but he was one of their best players. And this guy was a very good player until he had all his injuries. And now when he's healthy and feeling confident in both his bodies and his skills under Mike Babcock's system compared to the Florida system, he's flourishing. 11 games, 10 points, and obviously the numbers don't lie. When he's in the lineup, they're a lot better. And what I think he does, Darren, is he rounds out their lines. In the end, as 4 lines, 3-man units, they're a lot better than they are when he's in the lineup than when he's not.
Yeah, he's playing on the 4th line with Miller, or you could say the 3rd line with Glendening. They play those kinds of minutes, and on the second power play. So he has offensive skills to offer. Let's hope it comes to fruition tonight.
All right, guys, great stuff. Right back to you shortly. Weiss is back in there tonight. Peter Mrazek was terrific in his last start. There's a couple of names for you to consider for the McDonald's player of tonight's game. The process presented by the new fresh-baked McCafe Blueberry Muffin will reveal our choice later tonight during Red Wings Live. It was this long ago. You were listening to Ace of Base and Salt and Pepper. And yes, Michael Bolton. Some of you were actually listening to Michael Bolton. March of '94 is the last time the Sabres came into town and left here with a win in regulation over Detroit. They've lost 3 in a row overall, have the Sabres. But far away, there's a segment of fans who haven't given up hope. With more on that story. Downstairs we go. We welcome in Trevor Thompson. T.
And John, you'd be speaking of the country of Latvia, of which Zemgus Jurgensens is a native. And this guy is now leading all players in the NHL in fan voting for the All-Star game because his entire country of 2.22 million people have stuffed the ballot box to the tune of nearly 1.3 million votes already for their man. Now, the city of Chicago has 2.71 million of a population, and they've got Kane and Taves to vote for, so maybe they've got a chance of stuffing the box for those two. But right now, they trail Girgensons by nearly 400,000 votes with a week left to go. Voting ends on January the 1st, and certainly the native of Latvia is feeling really good about the support he's getting from his native land.
Oh, it's awesome. At the same time, right now, it's funny, you know. Different kind of breed players right there, so you know, it's just a cool thing.
That kind of support, you could run for political office back there, maybe mayor or something like that when you
yeah, I probably could, but that's not my place.
So the budding mayor will still have to outpace Kane and Taves the rest of the way, but inside that locker room, he's got a ton of support from his co-workers as well. His line mate Tyler Ennis told me this guy's the hardest working guy on the team. He's got a great skill set and a big passion for the game. He's going to bring that to the ice tonight as the Sabres look to snap their 3-game winless streak and the Red Wings look to snap a 6-game streak. Something has to give here tonight. We'll see what happens. John, back to you.
All right, Trev, thanks. Karl Rove could take some lessons on how to get somebody elected in light of what they're doing in Latvia. Christmas wishes ahead from the Wings in some native tongues for you, and a visit on the ice with perhaps a difference maker tonight for the Wings. That's next. Great sacks. Red Wings Live is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Motor City Casino Hotel, a million miles away, right down the street.
Happy holidays.
Šťastné a veselé Vianoce.
God jul och gott nytt år.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Well, on Sunday for the Red Wings, the story was of the reunion between Datsuk and Zetterberg with Justin Abdelkader, their third winger there. Tonight, Weiss is an angle as he re-enters the lineup on the fourth line. Another intriguing aspect of tonight's game is the third line grouping, because these are three players who have sort of taken turns being scoring heroes. You got Darren Helm centering Gus Nyquist and Johan Franzen, and Helm is standing by with Trev downstairs on the ice.
John, certainly a line with Darren Helm, Gus Nyquist, and Johan Franzen can produce offense at any time. I know your line can't produce offense. What will be the key tonight? You're going to look for one guy, or everybody shoot any opportunity they get, Darren?
I think anybody who gets the puck, we want shots on net, and the other two fun hard and making it tough on the goalie.
Obviously, this Sabres team wants to slow things down and neutralize your speed tonight. What's the key to you guys being able to execute your game plan?
Well, we got to get pucks deep and skate them. We wear in their D. Hopefully we get them tired and we can make plays after that, but we want to get it deep and get pucks to the net.
How important for you guys to get a win here tonight before the Christmas break?
It's huge. We've been struggling. This would be a good way to finish off the Christmas year and going to the Christmas, having a nice little win here.
Good luck and thanks for this, Darren. There goes Darren Helm. He and the Red Wings will look to snap that 6-game winless streak against the Sabres, who beat them in a shootout last time around. John, a little revenge on tap for tonight. Back to you.
All right, Trev, thanks. Helm has played in every game this season. What do you get the goalie who has everything? Well, you get him face-off wins and blocked shots. Our goalie's on that next as we continue this Christmas Eve.
Red Wings Live is brought to you by ZotAuto.com, home of Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Ford, Toyota, and Scion. Several Red Wings alumni, along with Full House alum Dave Coulier, took some time out yesterday to spread some Christmas cheer. Former Wings, including Dino Ciccarelli and Chris Draper, went to Children's Hospital to put smiles on the faces of some ailing girls and boys. The season of giving has always been important to those who don the wing wheel. Welcome back. Matt Shepard alongside Darren Elliott and Chris Osgood as the Red Wings prepare to take on the Sabres at the bottom of the hour. For tonight's Miller Lite Breakdown, we want to ignore the Wings' current offensive struggles and take a look at some of the things that the Wings have been doing well this season. And guys, there's a lot of positives so far, don't you think?
With the exemption of the Toronto Maple Leaf game in Toronto, where they gave up a lot of chances, a lot of shots, Mrazek was great. Their PK has been great. Their power play has still been very good. Yes, they haven't scored enough, but they've had plenty of chances. And the goals against have been down. The goaltenders have been good. But as a whole, the whole team has been good defensively and really should have won last game. There's a lot of games they could have won if they had scored more than one goal a game, Darren. But really, they're doing a lot of good things. That's why there's no panic in the studio yet, Darren.
The special team percentage, only Pittsburgh better than them. Face-offs, all these kinds of elements, very important to successful teams. You can see they've been one of the top face-off teams all season long. And don't forget, folks, this isn't a centerman-only stat. That's a team stat.
Yeah, what I'm most impressed with this team is a lot of teams, when losing and when struggling to score, will get out of their element, will get out of the way they play hockey, and they haven't done that. They've kept their structure. They've kept their way they play hockey. They haven't changed one bit. When they start scoring, which they will, they could win 6 in a row, the exact opposite direction.
Let's hope that starts tonight. If the Wings can get that offense rolling and a Detroit player scores a hat trick tonight, bring in a copy of the scoring summary to Arby's tomorrow and get a free small order of curly fries. Well, 'tis the season, so when we head back to the Joe in a moment, we'll find out what the Wings need Santa to leave under the tree tomorrow night. The wish list for Thomas Tatar, Nicholas Cromwell, and the rest of the Wings is next.
Red Wings Live on Fox Sports Detroit, brought to you by your Detroit area Honda dealers. Visit your Detroit area Honda dealers today. Go to DetroitHondaDealers.com. And by Flagstar Bank, a proud and official partner of the Detroit Red Wings.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Bästa Vánoce. God jul.
And that means?
Merry Christmas.
Well, we all have Christmas wish lists. It starts with peace on earth and then a visit from Santa. But as you would expect, hockey analysts have hockey wishes, and ours rejoin us from the studio right now. Chris Osgood, what do you want to see under your Red Wing-themed Christmas tree?
Well, with a lot of road games coming up after tonight's game, only 7 home games and 19 road games, the Red Wings are going to have to be good on the road. So I'm hoping under the tree there's a good road record for our Red Wings January and February. They'll be on the Redbird 2 a heck of a lot. They'll be traveling, putting a lot of air miles in, and hopefully they have been good on the road this year. Yeah, they haven't won as many games as they'd like, but only 4 regulation road losses. They would like to be better on that, and that's going to be the meat of the season when they really want to make sure they have a nice push to put themselves in a good spot going down the stretch.
And Darren, we're hoping for a little bit of push from the blue line as we get deeper into the schedule.
Yeah, there's only 6 teams in the National Hockey League that have fewer goals from their defensemen than the Detroit Red Wings. So anytime you're looking for extra offense, part of the attack, let's push from the back end. Nicholas Cromwell, he does his part. He's 25th in the National Hockey League in defenseman scoring. He has 5 goals. And you can see he reads the play extremely well. We're going to see 4 of his 5 goals. Look at the whoop. Nice move at the top of the slot. Finds the back of the net. And this was a dandy here. Up and over. Everybody excited. More of that from more guys. It can't just be Nicholas Cromwell providing offense from the blue line. There has to be more of a push, more of an emphasis on that.
Question for each of you. In light of the year that we have seen you experience, what kind of a Christmas might it be for each of you?
For each of us? It's always good down here, John. We're going to have a great Christmas, the both of us, aren't we?
That's right.
You were both good. Are you here to testify you were both good boys for all 12 months of the previous year?
365.
That's
12 months.
No lump of coal. I want a tie like yours in my Christmas stocking.
Yeah, we can work on that. All right, boys, thanks. Right back to you in a matter of moments. Who wants a vision of a sugar plum? What is a sugar plum, anyway? What the Red Wings are dreaming about is goals and wins in that order. Is Santa still taking wishes? Red Wings Live continues. Well, the Joe Louis Arena ice hasn't seen many smiles lately. All that changed yesterday. In the midst of a hockey eternity without a win, the Wings had a short practice and then had their family members on the ice with them. Perspective is always crucial when things seem bleak. Merry Christmas to some of the players' most avid, albeit shortest, fans. It's true in looking for a parking place at a mall this past week and in hockey as well. People, just relax. Stressing or honking isn't going to help you any. You get shots on goal, you're going to score. Mike Babcock reminding us this morning, just shoot the puck at the goalie's head or torso or something and good things will happen. But more than anything, don't lose sight of who you are.
You know, we got one game left here before a 3-day break, so we're just going to go out and make sure we win this one.
In games that we've lost, we've played really well, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So I think just sticking with it, staying strong with our systems, and believing in each other in here. We know we have it in here, and we need a big one tonight, and go into the Christmas break feeling good.
When I go home, it's time to re-energize and be around my family. Now, do I watch the games I'm supposed to watch? Yes. But if you think for 1 second I'll be thinking about the Red Wings, I won't be. I'll be thinking about, you know, too much turkey and a little too much red wine, and probably, you know, making sure the presents are right, making sure Santa comes, and sharing the festive season with my family. And to me, Christmas is all about love, and so why wouldn't you be with your family?
Now that's an impressive list. Turkey, wine, Santa. There's your Merry Christmas. The Wings have dropped to 18th in the NHL in goals scored, scoring just 6 goals in 6 games will do that. But here's the good stuff going into tonight. Buffalo is 26th in the NHL in goals against. We got our fingers crossed for a Christmassy win. Back to the studio, back to Shep and Darren and Ozzy. Guys.
All right, Keats, guys, what are you looking for in our one-timers here?
Absolutely. The veteran defenseman, a lot of these guys in Buffalo's lineup, 4th in block shots in the NHL.
Tyler Ennis, just a little spit of a guy at 5'9", leads him in shots on goal. He's dynamic.
Zetterberg on that top line with Datsuk and Abdelkader. Having a great year for the Red Wings, led by the captain.
And Datsuk playing with Zetterberg had a season high, 7 shots on goal last game.
Folks, we close the program with a heartfelt wish for the Red Wings fan of the week. Shane Dwyer, recovering from an injury at Petoskey Hospital. His strength, courage, and positive attitude are an inspiration to all of us, and the reason we know he'll beat the odds. Join us back for Red Wings Live postgame as he and others root on the Red Wings against the Sabres tonight. Ken and Mick are next on Fox Sports Detroit. Enjoy the game, everybody.